morning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, of course, you can tell by the title, we have a really juicy Q&A. I'm actually just getting ready for brunch. Well, I'm now ready. I'm just about to leave to go for some bottomless brunch, and I thought, why not film a juicy Q&A and we can get ready together. So watch along for that. This is obviously the finished makeup look. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload every Wednesday, so I'll see you next week. So let's get into it. I think this is actually the first time I've ever done a Q&A where I haven't had to Google questions, which is amazing. Like, you guys actually ask me questions on my Instagram, so love that. So we've got some really good ones here actually. I was very surprised because I always ask on my Instagram, but I'm like, oh, I'll probably have to, you know, like Google some, just like top it up. But we've actually got some really good ones here. So I'm gonna start getting ready as I go along. So I'm probably not going to mention the products I'm using. I'm just to like get ready. I'm really excited. Going out for brunch with friends. We're going to the Alchemist in Nottingham. This foundation light never comes out. So really excited to go. I'm gonna have some nice food. Although I am actually starving already, so I might have to have something before I go. So I'm just going to pop this on my face and then I will look at the first question. I'm also using like the viewfinder to do this, although I do have a mirror here. Let's use this mirror. I'm going to use a little brush, this brush, to blend it in as well. I think this gives it a little bit more coverage, so that's good. But the first question we have is, let's pick a random one. Tell us something your mum doesn't know about you. I don't know. Me and my mum are quite close. She lives in Norfolk because that's where I'm from originally, but I live in Nottingham at the minute. But something she doesn't know about me, I mean, we speak most weeks. I feel like you either speak to your mum like every day or you speak like every 2 weeks. And I'm definitely the latter. I feel like as you grow up and get older, yeah, you're either one of the two. I feel like you're not both. Which is fine either way, but I'm just like, I'm not a great texter. So yeah, I feel like we have big updates. So we'll speak for like 45 minutes, an hour, like once every 1 or 2 weeks. Whereas some people have like 2 or 3 minute conversations every day or like every other day, you know? So I feel like I've had this conversation on here before, but I am definitely the latter. So yeah, something she doesn't know about me. Ooh, I'm trying to think. I've literally just sat here like thinking about that for 5 minutes. I feel like it's probably that I want to be self-employed one day. At the minute I'm obviously in full-time employment and I am enjoying that, and I don't want to be self-employed yet. I feel like I'd be really good self-employed because I feel like I'm really motivated. I like kind of like my own creative flair, but yeah, I'm not ready to do that yet. I feel like I'm learning a lot and I've still got a lot to learn from other people, from doing different jobs. But yeah, probably that I want to be self-employed because my mum is like a panicker. Like, she wouldn't like the thought of me not having work or struggling when it comes to money. And when I go self-employed, whenever that may be, I don't know doing what either. Like, I have no plan on what that would be, but I think just like having that freedom, and like, I'm a very self-motivated person, so I feel like I would make a really good self-employed person. But I just have no plan on what. I don't have any like kind of mad business plan or anything. I'm just gonna see where life takes me, but I think I probably will go in that direction. Probably that though, like my mum is very much like, stay in your job, like, you know, you get sick pay and holidays and stuff like that. She's like a warrior, as I think most mums are, but I don't really talk to her about that because I don't want to like worry her. So probably that. And also she doesn't really know that I have a YouTube. She knows that I like film videos, but she doesn't really know like where it goes or like anything like that. I don't think she watches them. I mean, if she does, then hi mum. But yeah, she doesn't really like watch YouTube or anything like that. It's probably those two things. The next question is, what country would I like to visit next? Well, I feel like that's really tricky because I've just come back from Bali. If you haven't watched my Bali vlogs already, then go and do that because it was amazing and I feel like we did so much fun stuff. I really enjoyed the time I had there. We were there for 2 weeks, which was just enough time. At the end of the 2 weeks, I felt ready to come home, but kind of when we were there for 10 days, at the 10-day mark, I wasn't ready to come home. I feel like we still had more to see and do. So 14 days was just perfect for me personally. So the next place, I mean, we've obviously been somewhere hot. Me and Corey have talked about going on a skiing holiday. We would absolutely love to do that. We're both quite like active people. Love doing like fun activities and very like sporty and kind of, yeah, stay fit kind of people. So I think it would really suit us to go on a skiing holiday. Obviously they're really expensive, so that's going to take a little bit more saving after a 2-week holiday in Bali. And obviously we've just bought our house. I don't know if you can see. Can you see on the camera? I think you can see just there. We've literally got like lights hanging off the ceilings. Like, yeah, the house is not done, so that's definitely going to take a bit more saving, but I think I would love to go on a skiing holiday. Where that is, I don't really know, so I know you can ski in like France, Austria, like loads of places, so I don't think I have a preference as to, yeah, where that is, but I would love to go on a skiing holiday next. Next up, someone has asked, what is my biggest red flag? I feel like there's quite a few. Like, we should do a girl chats video about things like this. But a big red flag for me, I think, and I feel like loads of people say this, rightly so, but you know, if you're at a restaurant or something like that and then someone is rude to the waiter or waitress, that's a big red flag, I think. Just like general manners to people and like how you treat people if you don't know them. Also, I think leading on from that, like a big red flag for me is if someone treats you badly in a stressful situation. Like if you are stressed and you have, I don't know, say for example we like missed a flight and then they started being like really mean to me and just, yeah, treating you badly in that situation. I think for me that's like a big red flag. I think a massive green flag would be like if they were to like work it out with you and like work together to find the solution. You know, don't like blame the other person and, oh, it's all your fault, like you were doing this, and just work together to find a solution. I think that's a big green flag. But yeah, probably big red flag would be that. Another red flag, probably if all their mates are like cheaters. Probably that. We don't like cheaters around here. I don't know what else. Yeah, probably just them. And then you can get like smaller flags, you know, like the beige flags. Have you seen them on TikTok? I think they are absolutely hilarious. That was like a TikTok trend a while ago where it was like, what's your beige flag? Corey's beige flag is 100%. He like is really bad at things online. So for example, if it's like apply online or like order online, he'll be like, oh, we'll just ring them. He's like really old school, like, oh, we'll just post it instead. And I'm like, that is so long. Or if he has like a problem, for example, when we were doing our banking like stuff for this house, so you have to like obviously contact your bank, like get deposits out, there's a lot of banking stuff involved. When we were going through that, he would be like, oh, we'll just ring them. But obviously you're on the phone and you're like holding on the phone for like, I mean, I was on the phone for an hour once on hold. I'm not even joking, and it was so annoying. And then I messaged on the live chat service and it was resolved in like 15 minutes. But Corey's always like, oh, we'll just ring them. And I'm like, sometimes that's not always the quickest way. And especially if it's like posting things, I'm like, oh my actual God, like I can't, we'll just do it online. But he's not an online person, so that's his beige flag. But it's quite funny sometimes how he's like a granddad and like he can't work just electronic things very well. It's really, really funny. So they are my beige and red flags. Okay, what's another interesting question? Loads of you were like, the people that know me were like, who's the best brother? Who's my best nail tech? Who's your best friend? You're all so original. So I'm giving a shout out to all the ones that wanted a shout out. This is your moment. Okay, but seriously, next interesting question. Someone has said advice for breakouts. So I feel like this is a really good one because I suffered really badly when I was younger from breakouts, and they weren't like the cystic type, because that's also in my family. All of my cousins have, or had, maybe not anymore, but they did have quite cystic breakouts. I didn't have that, however I did have, now I can never remember the name of it, but it did have a name. It's begins with a P and it's like PS, it's like polycystic blah, blah, blah. I cannot remember what it's called, but basically what it means is that you get spots under the skin, and if you try and pop them, there's like nothing in them. Sorry if this is TMI for anyone. If you don't like spots, then maybe skip this bit. But effectively it's like there's no pus or anything in them. They're just like, it's basically like loads of texture and redness. It's a little bit different to rosacea, because I thought I had rosacea, and I think a lot of doctors thought I had that, but it wasn't rosacea, it was a different sort. I can't remember the exact name, but yeah, I did have that when I was younger. I've been on tretinoin, or Roaccutane as some people call it. I've been on that twice in my, oh, someone's at the door, please hold. TikTok shop parcel, what else would it be? Literally addicted to TikTok shop. What can I use to get in here? Have I got nail clippers? That's not gonna work. I think I know what it is. I ordered, right, I know what it is. It's nothing interesting that I can use in this video. It's just pimple patches. Speaking of which, very good time for them to arrive. Yeah, they're the Nature Spell ones. The Nature Spell ones are really good. I've tried the Revolution ones as well, and they're not as good because the Revolution ones are actually shiny, which I think is strange. They're like, yeah, just a shiny material. But the Nature Spell ones are really good because they're matte and you can actually put makeup over them and stuff. They're really, really good. So if you need pimple patches, then I'd recommend those. But anyways, so yeah, advice for breakouts. I would say really get into your skincare. Really know what type of acne you have, which I know is like easier said than done, but like do some googling. Like I didn't really know the difference between like rosacea and like cystic acne, but like you need to know what sort of acne you actually have to figure out what that acne needs. Does it need more moisture? Does it need active products like salicylic acid? Does it need vitamin A? Like, yeah, I would just say do some googling. If you can, go to a dermatologist. Obviously, again, easier said than done. And also, I always say to people, obviously if they ask me, I don't just say it to them, but like if someone were to ask me, I would advise like go to your doctor. Like that's what I did. And I think especially as we get older, I mean I'm 24, and I feel like there's a shame in going to your doctor for breakouts, like more when you get older, I think, not when you're so much like a teenager. But I think just go, like even if you're not sure if they can give you anything, because a lot of people think, oh, it's not like that bad, but they can give you like topical treatment. It might just calm it a little bit, and you don't have to go on like this really harsh you know, medication straight away. Like they might just be able to give you a little bit of something to treat it, and again, like I'm no expert, so I don't know what they might suggest, but yeah, like just go to your doctor and see what they say, because the worst thing that's going to happen is they'll be like, you're not kind of bad enough to go on medication, but maybe try this, or you never know what you might come out with from going to them. So I would just say that, like, just try going to a doctor, doing a little bit of research. There's loads of different skincare that you can use as well. Yeah, that's my advice. And also, one of the best things, well, two of the best things that I have found, using pimple patches. The Nature's Belle ones are really, really good. And also, if you have a spot and you really want to pop it, but you know you want to wear makeup that day, don't pop it. It's always easier to cover a spot that isn't wet and that you haven't squeezed than if you squeeze it. I know you might think, oh my god, like it's really red, but trust me, just leave it until you take your makeup off later and then squeeze it. If you leave it, then you can put concealer over it and the concealer will stay on it. So put concealer, then a bit of powder, and it will look much better than if you squeezed it, because then no makeup sticks to it and there's no covering it then. The next one I feel like is actually savage. Someone asked, what makeup brands do you avoid and what products like don't you like? That is savage. You're to throw people under the bus. Ooh, that is actually really hard because I don't have a massive makeup collection. I have different bits and bobs. So that's actually really tricky because it's not like I get sent like whole lines of makeup. You know, you get like them influencers that get like literal whole lines of makeup sent to them in these grand packages. Obviously, I'm not one of them. I just buy my own makeup. I use recommendations off TikTok. So that is really tricky. Let me have a think, especially whilst I'm doing my eyebrows. This is really hard. Okay, those eyebrows are not the one. This one, ugh. That one went really, really badly, but this one just went a bit badly. So that's not ideal when I'm going out, but we move. So I've had a think. I can't think of any specific brands because, as I say, I don't think I have a big enough makeup collection to slate a whole brand. I will say I don't like highlighters. I haven't found a highlighter, a powder highlighter that I think is really good and worth the money. I've tried a Misguided one. I will show you it actually. I do have it here. Misguided one, no. This one is a no. The Mary Lou is a no. Like, they look good when you put them on initially. Like, they do give you that glow, although I still feel when you put them on. Oh! Don't do that! I've got a trapped nerve. Goodness sakes. Right, well that made me jump so much. That hurt my back as well. Whew. Right, anyways. Yeah, I just find highlighters in general, I don't get on with them if they're powder formula. Like, when you put them on, I feel like they look patchy. Like, they don't blend naturally into your bronzer and then into your concealer. And then after a while they go like, I can't really explain, they go a bit crusty, like a bit just chalky on your face after a while. So I really don't like highlighters. So if anyone wants a highlighter that knows me, let me know and I'll give you them. What else? Eyebrow pencils. I don't like the Twizzle Up ones generally. I like this eyebrow pen. This is the NYX one. Really like that. But Twizzle Up eyebrow pens, I really don't like that. I've tried the Refy one and I've tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I feel like I've tried a cheaper one. Maybe it was NYX or Collection or something like that. But I really don't enjoy those. I feel like you just get no product for your money. and they run out so quick. That's the main reason, I think. The actual products, they're not too bad, but like they're just a bit flimsy, and like the actual, when you roll it up, it's just a bit flimsy. I don't really like them. Okay, what else have I been asked? Someone has said, and I've left this till this moment for a good reason. Someone has said, what is your favourite cream blush or powder blush? So today I'm actually going to use a sleek one. This is a sleek blush in the shade Life's a Peach, because you will see my outfit in a little bit, and I like the tone of this. It's nice and, yeah, light and peachy. So I'm going to use this. I need a different brush though. So I do really like the sleek blushes. I think they're really affordable. They've got a really nice pigment, but they're not too pigmented where you put it on and you're like, oh my god, I've now got to blend that all out. You can just pop it on your cheeks and it gives you a nice flush without it being too much. So I really like the sleek blushes. I've used them literally since high school. I've used them all through uni. So I really like the sleek ones. And then when it comes to cream blush, I would say the Refi one has some really nice shades. I do really like it, but I feel like it can be a little bit greasy sometimes. I've used all of my Refi blush. I've literally just got the pan left. This is in Malaya. Like literally there is not a scrap left in there. I really loved the colour of this, but would I buy it again? I think I would just buy it for the colour, not necessarily the formula. I definitely need to have a look at more cream blushes. That is something I'm missing in my makeup collection. So if anyone has any good recommendations of cream blushes, let me know, because I really need to, yeah, buy some more. Have you got a good question?
In regards to anything?
Yeah.
When do you want children?
When we're ready. I feel like we have a lot of lifing to do first, don't you? Do you agree?
Yeah. When you get to 50, what do you want to have achieved?
Oh, that's a good one. I definitely obviously want to have had kids.
Yeah.
I want to be my own boss one day, which we were just talking about.
Yeah.
This eyelash is not going on, not cooperating. I would love to have nice things in life, on the more materialistic side, like, you know, that people often take for granted, just like a full wardrobe of clothes and a nice car and things that necessarily aren't the wisest financial purchase, but they just, yeah, like they make your life that little bit more enjoyable, and I want to be able to have like nice things like that. I want to have built our family so that those materialistic things don't overtake experiences and the important things in life. What else? At 50, what's my mum doing? She's just chilling.
Retired.
Yeah, retired. But I don't think I'd want to retire at 50. I feel like I might be a bit bored. Would you?
Got any more properties?
Yeah. Definitely want to have made some wise financial decisions. I really want to, yeah, do up a property and have like a big project. I feel like I'd really like that. I'd really enjoy that.
Do you think I would?
No, I don't think you would after seeing you in this house. You're just too impatient.
Yeah.
Too impatient, and you want things to like have a look to them right away. Whereas you need to like get the furniture, then you need to like make sure, I don't know, like make sure everything's in the right place. For example, we bought this sofa thinking, oh yeah, that's great, but there's a radiator behind it. So now we need to move the radiator before we can get like pictures and stuff like that.
See, I disagree.
But you're like, yeah, see, you just want pictures and homely things right away. But yeah, is that a good enough answer?
Yeah.
Have you got any more that you would like to question me on?
That's outfit. I want black and white.
Hang on.
I need to get some more clothes.
Wow, I love that. You look lovely. I really like that.
I wanna know.
You look very fashionable. Okay, cool, bye.
Bye.
So I hope that answered some more questions for you. Next question on the list. Someone has asked, what is my perfect idea of a date? I would say a day date. Much prefer a day date as opposed to like an evening date, just because I go to bed so early and I just get tired. So I much prefer day dates, like weekend day dates. I think some really fun things me and Corey have done are like mini golf. Like we went to one in Birmingham, we've done one in Manchester. Yeah, love mini golf. I love dinner and drinks, but I mean actually that's an evening thing, but like not late dinner and drinks, just like 6 p.m, 7 p.m. dinner and drinks. But I don't really drink, so when I say dinner and drinks it'll just be like nice drinks like mocktails and stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. Also love a holiday, not that that's like a date, but love it when people take me on holiday. Last off, lips. I think we have time for one more question. Okay, someone has asked me, what is my biggest regret? I think, sadly enough, and I feel like I'm ending the video on a low here, but I think it's not spending enough time with my dad. If you didn't know, I have lost my dad. He died of cancer in 2017, and I think just spending more time with him, I mean, I think anyone would say that, and I would die to spend more time with him, but probably that. Just because when I was growing up, like, we just didn't really... Rude. Shh. Trying to have emotional chats here, you know. Yeah, I think like just like not talking to him enough and like not being open enough, but at the time I never would have known that. You know what I mean? I never would have predicted the future. No one can predict the future, but I think that's probably one of my biggest regrets, unfortunately. Okay, last things last, lipstick. This is MAC Yash, I think. Yeah, in the shade Yash. It's a really weird shape. It kind of like concaves in. That is the last step. Actually, should I put gloss on? Can never go wrong with gloss, can you? I need a new gloss because this is a well, it's misguided and it is actually really, really good. It's called Lip Juice, but it's just running out. So I need a new gloss. I have just ordered Drip Drip off TikTok. I can't wait for it to arrive. It's an extra large version. He just launched it. Made by Mitchell. Has just launched a massive Drip Drip and I got my hands on it. Can't wait. Cannot wait for it to arrive. So you'll be seeing that very soon, I'm sure. But I think this is the finished makeup look. Let's do a bit of setting spray. This is the Vitamin Babe Beauty Crop setting spray. I'm going to quickly change into my bottoms. I am actually going to wear this top, but I'll show you the finished look. Okay, I'm literally rushing to leave. We're running out the door, but this is the final look. I've got a little bag, Primark, Shein, Mars the label. I think these are Ego. This is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next week. Bye!